all the time about how he, fuck their best friends, cheat on them, spend their money, wreck their car. And of course, they'd come crying on my shoulder because I was a good friend. And I'd ask them, why? Why don't you just dump the guy that's treating you like shit and be with me? I mean, I was right there. I'd lay the world at their feet if they let me. But they'd always say the same thing.
Oh, I can't because I love him. I just love him.
Yeah.
How would you know?
Believe me, being gay doesn't exclude you from the neurosis of relationships. I wish it did, but it's the same all over. Everybody's playing the I like you, but you don't like me, and then when you do like me, I don't like you game. It's insane.
Insanity.
I hate to admit it, but I think I actually have to agree with him. When I was a little kid, I used to bring girls flowers all the time. I write them poems and shit, fucking songs. I even gave that one girl, remember Molly Gear? I gave her that locket necklace for Valentine's Day.
Sal, you wrote songs?
Shut up, you. My point is this. You remember what she did to me? She kicked me in the shin, threw the locket necklace on the ground, and ran around screaming, tell the whole school I had fucking cooties.
I remember that. You went home in tears that day.
Those weren't tears, Tom. She threw sand in my eyes, too.
We were in the first grade, man.
No. My point is this. It was like that for years until I discovered the pattern to Pac-Man.
Sal, you got chicks because you could play Pac-Man?
No, stupid, I'm making an analogy here. Chicks got a pattern. See, like Pac-Man. You remember Pac-Man, right? Well, Pac-Man, motherfucker, had a pattern. As long as you played the pattern right, you could never lose. And George is right. For chicks, it's the 11th man theory. As soon as you figure out how to be the 11th man, you got no problem banging any chick you want. The only problem you do have is now you have to deal with some manipulative game-playing little freak you're stuck with because you hooked her so good. Which is why, gentlemen, I resigned myself a long time ago to being a rich motherfucker. That way I can afford to have some young, hot, gold-digging arm piece works out 6-8 hours a day just to take care of my physical needs.
Well, that's limiting.
What about intellectually? What about emotionally?
What about emotionally or intellectually? Nowadays, most women think monogamy is a type of wood. They don't know how to be it. They certainly don't know how to spell it. And they say men cheat. Well, who the fuck do you think we're cheating with? Certainly not you, Wayne. You think I'm going to get emotionally connected to a woman like that? I don't think so. And if I want intellectual stimulation, motherfucker, I'll read a book.
So you're saying that you're going to go the rest of your life just willing to settle for having to compartmentalize?
I don't even fucking understand what you said, but yeah, sure, I'll do that. No, I'm serious. I mean, at this point in my life, my idea of synergy is getting a blowjob from Pamela Anderson while reading Dostoevsky. I'm telling you, George, you gotta stop putting these chicks up on a fucking pedestal. They'll just keep shitting on you from up there. Tom, too. Christ, me, too. Hey, George, hey, if you want real, that's great. Go deal with some of them Portland bitches with the braided armpit hair and the 3 pounds a day granola eating habits sporting that fucking bendy. Hey, George, hey, I'm talking to you. Hey, hello, is that real? Seriously. If I have a question. If I listen to Deepak Chopra and I read that Celestine prophecy and I know Homer, your Remke on my fucking ass off all day, well, I read a B.O. and sandalwood and I got 10 different kinds of incense coming out my fucking butthole. Does that make me real? Hey, motherfucker, am I a real motherfucker? I'll tell you right now, motherfucker, I may bullshit women, but I never bullshit myself. Lesson over.
Let me tell you, that is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Seriously.
Oh, how the fuck would you
No, please. Mr. Tough Guy got the whole fucking wide world sewn up in a tight little box and you ain't even 40. Well, I love you, man, but I'm here to tell you ain't doing nothing but bullshitting.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Sal, you're the biggest romantic I know, certainly more than any of us. Who the fuck do you think you're fooling? Come on, man, we've all known you since elementary school, too. Big tough buddy boy running around playing gangster. But you didn't start out like that. You wear your heart in your sleeve, man. It's the biggest heart in the world. Tough as you want to be, you still can't figure out how to keep people from taking their shots at it. You want to talk about indoctrination, you should start by looking at yourself.
I didn't say shit about indoctrination.
Sure you did. When you tried to sell Wayne on that line of crap about how he's not really a homosexual because he didn't come out of the womb like that. Well, what about you? You think you came out of your mother, God rest her soul, with all that attitude and shit that makes you you? You didn't start out that way. You gave a girl a locket necklace, man, and wrote her a fucking song. You want to talk about that? You guys want to talk about the 11th man theory and all the game playing and the vicious circle and all that horseshit about how you're never going to get hurt like you did when you were 16. Well, I think you can't help it. I think you do have feelings, my boy, in spite of yourself sometimes. I think that is what you wrestle with. I mean, look at yourself, my man. You were affected tonight by a woman with a glass fucking eye who thought the word prima donna meant before Madonna. Come on, Sal, you're better than that. You could have been with any girl you want, but instead you thought you'd go safe and hook up with a girl who was so far beneath your standards that she'd never fucking have to hurt you. And you want to know what? She still fucking hurt you, so what's the point? Why not just hold out for the one that's been at your top and do whatever it takes to make it great with her?
How? If they're all so fucked up, you tell me how.
You gotta teach them. You gotta teach them, man. But that takes being a responsible member of the planet, Sal. And I don't mean you gotta be a tree hugger to do so, no offense, Georgie, but everybody's so out for the fucking me these days. It's not the X generation, the Y generation, it's the brand new me generation. Everybody's so busy doing their fucking dance in the end zone that they forget to notice the bigger picture, which happens to include the scoreboard that reads that we're down by 9 touchdowns. Don't you see, man, if you meet a girl who doesn't know how to be monogamous or even how to spell the fucking word, you can either say, oh, this girl's so fucking stupid, you can dump her, or you can say, hey, baby, come here. Check this out, M-O-N-O-G-A-M-Y. And you can show how to be monogamous by being monogamous yourself. You want good people, man, make them good.